Alrighty, welcome back everybody to game two of the night after that very fun first game between UPS and Phil Squad, as well as I like to call them. We have an actual game tonight between Third Impact and I'm Not Trying. Both top four teams right now, so this is gonna be a pretty good one. Much more serious than the last game, although the last game was more fun. Well, I'm sure we'll have a really good game tonight as well. And we're actually just zooming right through the draft. Holy shit! I am joined by Kip here.
Yeah.
Gonna be helping me commentate this one. And okay, let's just draft's already buzzing through. Okay, so
Yeah,
Kane,
both teams had a lot of
yeah.
time to just sit here and wait for this draft. So far we have the Morgana and Kane taken away from the jungle. ADC's bans so far have been Varus and Senna. All of these bans looking pretty nice as the Tristana getting third locked in. I am not trying with blue side first pick. Will probably pick up something that they want a lot of prio on, or something that's just really strong in the meta right now. But so far, yeah, this was really quick.
Yeah, it was very quick. The Alawi ban is warranted because Sugar Daddy's performed twice last week, 2 games in a row, very well on the Alawi, so I believe it is the respect ban that he has deserved. A good ban overall. Skarner is going to be the first pick up here, likely in the jungle. Could see him top lane, but I really doubt it. First picking Skarner though is a little interesting. What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
I have no clue what they're doing there. As the Volibear is picked, this is a flex pick between top and jungle, but I assume that this is going to be jungle in respect to the Skarner first pick. But yeah, I have no clue why they would ever pick Skarner first, but they must have some plan with it.
Yeah, I mean, first picking jungler is like a good strat if you're picking like an OP jungler, like a Morgana, like who was banned, but
Hmm.
like a Rumble or something. Like first picking Rumble is a good pick. One, he could be flex picked, and he's just strong
Yeah.
right now. But Skarner is definitely interesting. What I think they're gonna do with the Volibear actually is save it for the last pick to see whether they're gonna flex it or not.
Hmm.
Which I think is it's a good shot on red side. And
Oh,
maybe not.
I
Never
actually
mind.
really like this combo. Sejuani, Volibear. Each have ways to synergize really, really well. They have great CC and damage and burst, as well as they just stack up Sejuani's E passive with the 4 auto attacks because all of Volibear's abilities are basically auto attacks as Kog'Maw Galio picked up. Wow.
Yeah, just looking at the first 3 picks for INT, I believe this is going to be a protect the Cogma comp here. They have
Yeah.
Galio, could be mid or support either way. He's going to have that ultimate for Cog, and Skarner can kind of just yoink anybody who's near Cog away.
Hmm.
Or the other side, they could play for picks. So yeah, so far I think it's pretty good. Bioster has been performing pretty well recently on as the ADC for INT. So maybe he'll be able to perform here again, especially if he has a bunch of backup with him.
Hmm. Yeah, I know Lenny has been playing a few games. I know there was a scrim that Lenny was playing Kog'Maw that she was streaming, so maybe they decided to specifically take it away. But the Ezreal going over to Lenny, very safe ADC.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick into that Skarner. Um,
Hmm.
the Galio chain CC is kind of just rough to deal with, regardless of like what champion you're playing. But if you can survive that initial burst, you can just Arcane shift away and it should be okay. Um,
Yeah, I really like this Lulu hover ban that they got going here because taking away the Kog'Maw Lulu is going to be really important. I'm surprised they didn't just take Kog'Maw and Lulu in their second pick phase in the first pick phase, which very interesting that they went for the Galio instead. This could be a support or a mid Galio. What are your thoughts on the
so
draft?
so Kagama Lulu's just like really strong right now.
Uh-huh.
So I would have liked to see the Kog'Maw Lulu, but at the same time, the Galio pick instead is a good flex. And flex picks are pretty strong, although I don't know if that like outvalues the Lulu Kog'Maw. But
Hmm.
regardless, that's what we got. Janna is going to be the answer. Ezreal Janna, you don't really see that combo much anymore. You don't really see Ezreal anymore, like at
Yeah,
all.
but super
Just,
safe.
yeah, very safe. They're definitely not trying to get a Scorpion stingered by Skarner, whatever that is. Um,
Yeah. So
definitely want to say it.
after this Victor gets banned, I do have my ideas here, right? So Anivia banned away, but I think this is actually going to be Go-Go Fate on the Galio support. My reason being, number one, I don't think they're going to stick Intensify on Galio duty, and number two, maybe it's because Go Fate doesn't really like these backline enchanters. Maybe he likes those go and engage options, maybe. That's why he went for the Galio instead of just picking the Lulu. However, I could very much be wrong, but that's just my theory on this Galio pick so far.
Yeah, that is true. I know Intensifier fairly well. He likes playing carries. He was a jungle main before he moved over to mid, and he always liked playing like Lulus, Olafs, and those carry type of junglers. So I'm sure that that kind of play style transferred over to mid lane. And I guess we're gonna see that Karma picked up here. Likely as a support, could be mid, but probably gonna be support.
Yeah, I definitely like the Karma Ezreal pick. It's a lot of poke, and especially into this Kog'Maw. I think that poke is something that they can do to compensate for Kog'Maw's W range, and just punish him early, if they can. As the Wukong
Yes,
comes
very
out.
true. Yeah, Wukong pick. So that's their the Wukong Galio combo is gonna be pretty strong. Probably a Wukong top, could be mid. They have a lot of flexibility here actually. For the top side of them, or well, the top lane, mid lane, and support. But we'll see our answer here in just a few seconds. I wonder if they're gonna pick mid lane.
Oh wow.
Oh, wait a minute. So we actually don't know.
Yeah, this could be a two-way flex.
Yeah, it's likely Wukong top, but it could be Galio or Seraphine support and vice versa for the other. Which kind of puts TI in a tough spot because they don't know who's going to go mid. I'm sure INT doesn't have it solidified in either. But like you said, if we're going by the types of playstyles that Intensify and Go Fate have, it is going to be Galio support and Seraphine mid. But that could change. That could change.
Yeah, this could be some weird build on this Galio mid, as they picked the Veigar. Veigar picked, they're like, you know what, we don't know whoever's going mid lane, let's just pick something that can scale infinitely, have a lot of team fight value, especially with this Volibear Sejuani. They have a lot of range, a lot of beef. They just need that scaling mage that can delete your carries, which I really, really like the Veigar pick, just in general, right?
Yeah, I
I
think
a lot for the comp.
yeah, Veigar is good into both Galio and Seraphine. I like the pick overall. Like my main problem for TI's draft is they don't really have any like consistent wave clear. They have like some burst, I guess. But they like I don't know if there are super like buried powered supers in your base, like it's gonna be really really hard to clear those. Which on the other side, INT does have some wave clear with Kog'Maw, Galio. I believe his Q is percent max health, so it'll do more damage to those supers. And Seraphine does have some pretty good wave clear as well. But both pretty solid drafts, I'd say, from both sides. I don't know who. I think I got to give the edge to TI here, though.
Yeah, I like TI's
yeah.
comp very much here.
I like the. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna. I didn't mean to really cut you off there, but like the pick potential from Sejuani, Veigar, as well as the Volibear, I feel like they can just find that one target and blow them up. And the same thing could be said for I'm not trying, right? They have these combos, but the problem is with this Skarner engage, it's really hard to get onto this Ezreal. And the Karma's going to be moving fast. Veigar can always just put a cage around whoever Skarner looks to be going for, right? So in situations like that, it's kind of really hard to engage. So it'd have to be something like a Wukong. So that's why I have to favor TI's draft here. But continue what you were saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think TI draft does have the edge here, but it's by a very very small margin. It's going to come down to whether or not I believe it's going to be Celebrate Squirrel on the Wukong in the top lane, and if he can find a good angle, and if Galio can follow up with that, then it's kind of just like the team fight's just GG at that point, because like there's not much you could do against like Wukong knockup and the Galio knockup and the Seraphine charm, and then Kog'Maw just in the back lane just murdering everybody. Like it's just there's not much you can really do against that. But at the same time, I think the Notorious Mid's Veigar cages are going to be huge, absolutely huge. If you can use those two as the utmost advantage and the utmost like what's the word? Just the best of his ability. If he can use those like really, really well, then Wukong won't be able to do really anything without getting blown up. Because like if he gets stunned, he's not going for tank. They have enough tank as this. If he's going for damage. If he gets stunned, he's just gonna die. That's kind of just how it is. So yeah, I gotta give the very ever so slight edge to Ti, but it's gonna be very very interesting to see how both these team comps play out.
Yeah, as well as Sejuani this game is not going to be having the best targets. I would say probably the best lane for her to gank is paired with this Volibear and the Veigar because they have the CC and the raw damage to, you know, kill whoever they're going in on. But this Ezreal Karma bot lane is just going to be safe, right? They picked a really safe bot lane into another safe bot lane, which is probably going to be this Kog'Maw. I think that's Kog'Maw Galio. Yeah, Intensify is on this Seraphine mid lane. But yeah, this Kog'Maw Galio is going to be super safe along with Ezreal Karma. So I think that both bot lanes are just going to be ignored this game and scale up. And that this Sejuani and this Volibear are going to have to punish this Wukong. So that late game, this Wukong isn't going to be that team fight menace, right? So I'm really hoping that they're able to do that well. But I think Intensify on this Seraphine, if he plays it really, really well, he could have a lot of impact in these mid skirmishes, especially if he decides to roam in any way, shape, or form. But what are your opinions on just scaling wise? Who would you value?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that while you were talking about like the passive bot lanes. Obviously Veigar scales infinitely with his stacks. I believe no one on INT side scales infinitely, but Kog'Maw does scale very well, as does Seraphine. Wukong's always going to be a menace, whether he's in the side lane or in the team fight, which he can side lane pretty well. But I think I gotta give just overall like scaling ability to Ti as well. Just cause that's the kind of the main thing I look for in a draft is if they can scale well, because especially in like the lower elo competitive games, not like LCS, like people are like mistakes are gonna happen all the time. Like you're not gonna be able to capitalize on like, oh, this guy overstepped by like half a unit, he's gonna die, and then they just snowball to win the game. Like so the games are pretty much guaranteed to go later, like further on than like competitive LCS, LCK games. So I think that I always look for scaling and something like that. So I think I got to give it to Ti just because with the team fight, they have the consistent CC all the way throughout. They have the hard engage, they have heals, they have really good peel, and they have escape. They're just safe all around. So yeah,
Yeah,
Ti,
definitely.
I give it to Ti over. But I think INT at the same time, like I was talking about earlier, they have really good combos, and if they can set those up good, then the scaling doesn't matter. They're just gonna win before 30 minutes.
Yeah, agreed. So I think I have to like all of your points are very valid and fair, and I think that those are really good points. Like when I just simply look at it, right? Volibear is going to be strong early, but Wukong has the edge late game, right? Sejuani and Skarner are both just these frontline scaling tanks. They both basically do the same job, right? They're trying to press R and key targets, and at some point QSS is going to be built on those key targets, so it's got to be really, really important to like blow those cooldowns like QSS and Flash and stuff like that. So I think that's a stalemate. Mid lane, everyone has to give it to Veigar here. Veigar just infinitely scales. No way Seraphine can beat that. But the bot lane is just the one that I have to question a lot, right? Because Galio's really strong early game, right? Kog'Maw is, I wouldn't say the worst early game, but definitely is more known for his late game consistent damage. But Ezreal Karma do have a bit of scaling on their side as well, so I'm actually have no clue what's gonna happen, especially in these bot lanes, because Bio and Lenny are really, really good ADCs mechanically, and we have really, really good supports here, Go Fate and Kitara. So as much as I think the lane's gonna be scaling, I want to know who has more impact on the game when it comes to mid and late game. I honestly have no clue. So I think that just comes down to which team has better macro and is able to get good fights, have insane vision, right? And stuff like that. If they can play around it, then I think that I still favor TI's draft, but it can go any way, of course, because it's just execution.
Yeah, absolutely. Execution is the key. Like I've said it multiple times in many casts, you can have the worst comp in the world against the best comp in the world, but you can still win as the worst comp if you just have the execution there. Like it all comes down to it. It's yeah, execution is huge, and like I said, this is an LCS caliber. You're like comp does not like ultimately matter. It's more for comfort, and try and like get your carries on some picks that are better in the meta, which I think might come down to what the spot lane is going to be because we know Kog'Maw is like really strong in the meta right now, but on the other side, Ezreal is not. He's not that good. We haven't seen him in pro play at all. I don't think I didn't really watch MSI, so I'm not entirely sure. But maybe Kog'Maw is not good in there either. But like I know Kog'Maw is like a lot better in solo queue than Ezreal is. Um, but yeah, it all comes down to execution. It all comes down to execution. So yeah,
So,
that was just loading in the game now. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
so electrocute on Veigar. I'm not sure if that's standard. I know that there are options to go for like you can go like the Arcane Comet, but I think electrocute's interesting. I would like to see how that works here. But most of all, everything looks standard. Does anything really pique your interest? Summoner spell wise, keystone wise.
Talking about the electrocute that you were saying. I think that means Sejuani is gonna focus mid a lot. I think they're gonna try to shut down intensify, and with electrocute that just gives Veigar a little more burst to try to one shot intensify before he can get Seraphine's heals and shields off. But other than that, nothing looks very different. I don't even know if the viewers can see the runes and the summoner spells yet, but everything looks pretty standard. Like what you think is on the champion is probably on the champion. Two TPs to two TPs, and we're loaded in now, so you can see it now. But yeah, everything's pretty standard.
Yeah, there's some people can say, oh, Karma could go Arcane Comet. Karma could go potentially Guardian, right? As well as Summoner Aerie. So I think that when it comes to, you know, keystones right now, it looks like just a safe Karma, right? Everything just looks a bit standard. Maybe some variants here or there, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, and just like the runes, looks like the start's gonna be standard as well. No invades, no cheeky stuff going on here. It's just a simple 5-point, just laying down the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, listen to the beat. We'll find Mo here.
A little bit of scuffling going on. I think that's a dub over to INT to start off. Okay, 1 for none so far. 1-0 so far, rather. They came out with the full health bars there. And Bioster actually maybe getting taken out. Gogo Fade misses the taunt. What?
Gogo Fade's out of position here.
Whoa! Oh, Doge gets the kill. Wait, how? What?
The Veigar auto attack.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And then here's Sugar Tatties. Oh man.
Okay. Well, 600 gold lead for TI right now. Veigar sitting on 1 kill, doesn't get a chance to back, so can't really use that advantage yet. But an interesting, just interesting. Galio does burn the flash. That's a pretty big cooldown down. So if Sejuani wants to look bot, and that's kind of free because they're both very immobile, especially in the early stages.
I think that Notorious Mid getting that first blood in this matchup is going to be huge, as well as Karma and that initial scuffle was able to get 60 gold off of support item alone, which is kind of big because that's like almost a control ward, right?
Yeah, 60 gold. I didn't even realize that, but yeah, that's a lot, especially like you're trying to go for that 500 as quickly as possible, right? So that just kind of gives you like 2 autos, 2 abilities ahead. So like although that may not seem like a ton, it all adds up in the end, and she's gonna have her what's it called? Her item, her wards before then, and there's that level 2 versus level 1 engage, I guess. Although Ezreal's not really an engage type of champion, but yeah, putting the pressure on.
Yeah, very well played by them, respecting that at least, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Legend of the Beat has full prio in basically all of his lanes, although Gogo Fade's going in, taunts both of them, but nothing comes of it.
Yeah, wow, that was
interesting.
Very interesting. Taking
Maybe just
a
do a
lot of damage.
Yeah, perhaps. But looks like Ghost of Linny and Ghost of Kitaro are just gonna get a kind of a free back here.
Something to point out, actually, is because of that early scuffle, this Skarner, I don't think he got a leash. Maybe he did, but his clear is really slow because of it. Meaning Sejuani could potentially double scuttle as what a nice trade in the top lane here.
Yeah, Volibear doing Volibear things, winning lane per usual. But he, like he said, he does not outscale the Wukong, especially Wukong opts for a Gore Drinker, which he probably will. Let's get in the middle there.
Yeah,
pretty,
I'd like to
even game
see
so
Listen
far,
to the
though.
Beat just get that bottom scuttle, but he's taking some time here in the mid lane. Not gonna find it.
DC does not land. Is gonna go grab the second scuttle since INT's bot lane is back. Back in the base rather.
Yeah.
Coming back, yeah, going back to lane. So he's gonna get that first crab. Gonna have the vision prio for the first drag, which is Ocean Drag, which will scale really nicely for either team. So they both have a few tanks. So I definitely think that's gonna be something to look for here. Mo is on the top side, maybe looking for a gank. Not totally sure.
I don't think we're gonna see anything, as he should be spotted out on wards. He should have been spotted heading into their top side jungle here. No pings coming out on the map, which is interesting. But Sejuani is looking for a gank here. Potentially could work out, as there's a control ward.
Yeah, Gogofei does land taunt on the 3, excuse me. Okay, Taro getting taken extremely low, but so is Gogofei. I do think Gogofei is going to fall here. Ghost Lane does end up getting the kill. Lots of damage. One more melee auto. Oh, whoa,
What?
okay. Linny accidentally takes a tower shot, and Bioster trades one back.
You know, it happens, right? Mistakes
Yeah.
happen, but that is not how you wanted that to go. Like, that was really well executed until that final misstep.
Yeah, I think if Linny does not die there, they just go straight to Dragon. I don't know if they knew that Skarner was on the top side, but he was on the top side, recalling right then. So that should have been a free Dragon, but unfortunately, Linny does take a tower shot. Bowser does trade one of those kills back, and the Dragon has not fallen yet either.
Definitely a miscommunication error, as you know, Lenny does not actually have a verbal sense of communication in game. Or simply opts out on it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, very, very true. That is something that you have to, like, note. Because, like, comms are huge, especially in, like, competitive games like this. And without one of your players, like, no amount of pings can help, like, can be better. No amount of pings can be better than comms, like actual talking, actual verbal communication. So, yeah, but, like, you're not gonna make someone talk, right? If they don't want to, they don't have to.
Yeah, of course.
Just something to note there, that comms may be a little shaky on the bot side, but regardless, actually a dive going here. Sugar Tatty's just going in, like, okay.
And here's the TP, but it's not gonna get anything.
It's a little too late, but wait, did that charm land? Did he charm? He did charm.
The charm landed, but there's no way you're killing. As a nice engage on the bot lane.
Going on to Ghost of Linny. Linny got forced to flash out. He didn't take it extremely low. Can Bowser get another auto? Or two? Does get one. Maybe Kitaro looking for the re-engage here.
Skarner not gonna get Dragon.
It. Yeah, I believe he can solo that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he can solo that.
He should be able to, but probably just likes, this ensured safety. Like, hey guys, I want this. Get that wave shoved in. Which might be one of the only times this bot lane will get to shove in, because there was a lot of stuff happening on the top side of the map.
Yeah, listen to the beat making his way down to the dragon pit, but there's not much he's gonna be able to do. There's no, like, Vigar is just chilling next to their blue.
So I do want to point something out. So apparently this Volibear versus Wukong matchup is actually very much Wukong favorite. As you can see in this trade right here, all Wukong needs to do is W all of Volibear's burst, and then once you get level 6, you just start to win it. But Sugar Tatty's actually a bit ahead, but wow, there's the Conqueror.
The stun will land? Will he get the kill?
Oh!
Sheesh, okay.
Yeah, it is Wukong favored, but when that Volibear is already that far ahead and plays the matchup pretty well, this guy is an insane Volibear, so Like, props to him winning that. It just seems Celebrate Squirrel was outmatched. No anti-heal in this top lane is important, right? The first person to
Absolutely.
get anti-heal probably just wins.
Yeah, especially against that Volibear. That Chomp will heal for a ton.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 kills on the Sugar Tatties right now. 4 kills to 1,000 gold lead. The dragon was taken by INT. I don't know if we mentioned that, but the second dragon is going to be an Inferno Drag, just under 4 minutes till that spawns. So we're gonna have a relatively boring soul, but a soul is a soul for a soul, as Thanos would say. Wait, no, Thanos didn't say
Yeah.
that. It was the Red Skull guy, right?
Yeah, it was the Red
Right?
Skull.
Yeah. But anyway, so a soul is a soul. You always want the soul. You don't want the other team to have that, despite
Of
what soul it
course.
is.
Yeah, and that means that we're going to see a Mountain or a Cloud, right? I think Mountain would probably be my favorite out of the two. But Cloud could be still really useful for both teams, especially I'm Not Trying, if they could get a Cloud Soul. But wow. Notorious taking a lot of damage in this matchup.
Yeah, pretty even mid matchup. Vigar has that 1 kill from like minute 1, and that's it. Not much else is going on. No roams, no like plays or anything. They're just both very safe mid laners, so they're just trying to scale. But unfortunately, Vigar wins that scaling battle.
Yeah, one thing to note as these junglers scuffle. Sejuani needs to get that Aftershock procced in this matchup, but here comes the Go-Go Fate. DP, good flash.
Mo is a tool. Gonna maybe the 2 flashes finally going down. Which is the B does fall to Seraphine, and Caster Curse right there, baby. They roamed and got a kill. So
Yeah.
Seraphine matches Vigar's kills, and is actually up CS as well. So, well, not up gold from that first blood gold. But yeah, it's
The thing to note was just that Go-Go Fate was able to roam, but not even gonna get punished as here's Go-Go Fate just in time to stop him from getting dived. So just a really good roam there.
Yeah, no plates as well. Very solid solid macro by Go-Go Fate there. So lane state, or game state rather, less than 1K gold difference between the two teams. 4 kills to 2, 1 dragon to none. So I believe this game is pretty even. Yeah, it's pretty even. Second drag's up in just under 1:30. So I think both teams are definitely going to want to be fighting for that. Although, Ezreal, Ghostalina right now is sitting on 1,200 gold, so she's going to want it back relatively soon if she's gonna get back there for the dragon.
Yeah. I also want to point out that the kills that were achieved by Team I'm Not Trying did get on their 2 key members, in my opinion. Which, wow, Notorious mid getting destroyed by this red buff.
Yeah, first the flash out there, which is actually a pretty big flash for this upcoming team fight. That's inevitably going to happen with the dragon. Seraphine just doing outrange Seraphine things. So yeah.
I do want to point something out. Listen to the beat is going for a really greedy build on Sejuani. As you can see that Chem Tank has already been finished by the Skarner. You can go either Chem Tank or the Frozen Gauntlet, right, on Sejuani. But most likely you'd go the Frozen Gauntlet. But instead going for the Sunfire Aegis, which is going to delay this first item Mythic Power Spike. But when it comes to late game scaling, this Sejuani is going to be a beast because that Sunfire Aegis has insane scaling out of all 3 of the items, even though it means the extra cost.
TP in the bot lane. Another TP
Double
getting
TP.
answered. Seraphine and Volibear both going down there. Sugar Tatty's ulting onto Mo as a tool. This is a 4v2 right here. This is not where you want to be, TI. And both kills are going to go over to INT, and that's a dragon right there.
Yeah, it should be, as 2 members of two members of Third Impact are just not on the map, but
Oh, CC does go down onto Go-Go Fate. No kills though. Listen to the beat. I think he's gonna try to go for a steal here.
do you need to though?
I don't think so, no. But like at the same time, this is probably one of the more valuable dragons you're gonna get. Mo ends up INT does end up getting the dragon, so No steal
Yeah.
there. But like the only dragons left, as you can see, are going to be clouds. So like obviously not the greatest of value. And actually, Intensify getting engaged on here does end up surviving. Wow, with like 1 HP thanks to that Go-Go Fate ultimate. Notorious Meg getting taken very low too. But on the other side, Mo's a tool getting taken down. Oh my god, so close. Go-Go Fate does get out with his life, and so does Intensify. But Mo does not.
They can dive this bot lane.
Looks like they are going to. And another fight going on the top lane too. Celebrate Squirrel taking about half HP with no mana, and Kintaro tanking way too long.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get a kill. And on the top side of the map, Sugar Ties gets another kill onto
This is not how I expect this bot lane 2v3 to go on.
Yeah. And oh, Vigar TP into the Tribush.
What is going on?
Why?
Oh no, he didn't even get the cage down, and Lenny's getting chased down by Intensify.
What the heck is going on in the wild world of League of Legends? So, okay, that was a lot to unpack there. The gold is dead even, by the way. Well, but a few hundred difference, but gold is pretty dead even. Celebrate Squirrel did die again to Sugar Tatties on the top side, and that top lane tower is getting taken extremely low. I think all the plates except for the final one were taken. And what happened on the bot side? So they tried to dive. Kitaro died to Biostir. Biostir didn't end up getting any more kills, and neither did the entirety of Red's side. Vigar burns the TP. He would have had TP advantage for the next like 3 minutes or so, but instead burns the TP. I'm not totally sure why, but he did. So yeah, just interesting plays all around. But the gold at the end of the day or end of the fight rather, is dead even 15 minutes into this game. Although there are 2 dragons to none, and Cloud Soul is going to be the soul for this game.
Yeah, and to think all of that started with that initial bot skirmish, whatever the heck was going on. They're having a quarrel that just caused everybody to get their TPs down there, which is just very, very confusing how that was able to even happen. But it was that re-engage that happened from as there's a
editing of re-engage. Bowser just one-shotting Kitaro. Lenny's probably gonna fall here as well. Does not have the arcane shift.
Chem tank.
Okay. Doesn't even need it. There's
Yeah,
a double kill over to Bios there.
That really fast Scorpid really wanted to get an assist there, but the bot lane just cleaned up.
Yeah, and a 5-0 Kog'Maw at 15 minutes into the game is not what you want to see if you're on TI side. Because this is exactly what their comp wants, right? And actually, Intensify ultimate goes down from the Seraphine, and Sugar Tatties gets taken down by Intensify. I don't think that was a shutdown, though.
Interesting.
It's not a shutdown. But yeah, pretty good follow-up. I didn't even see Seraphine there. Well, good job. And Kitaro is getting engaged on again. I think Biosa's getting another kill here.
Oh, the spit is not enough.
Oh, will it? There. Oh, Bio? Okay, he's chilling. Okay.
Yeah, I had to burn the heal, but still.
So, at the beginning of the game, or beginning of the draft rather, the first 3 picks I saw, this is a protect the Cog comp, and the way you win this game is if Cog gets ahead, right? He's doing exactly what he needs to do right now, which is getting ahead. He has 6 kills already over Ezreal's 2, and like they're in a perfect position right now. Up 2k gold, up 2 dragons. Cloud Soul, first Cloud Dragon rather, is up in just over a minute. Yeah, first turret, yeah. So they're doing everything right. Wait, oh my god. Wukong actually got that first turret. That kind of surprised.
Yeah, because of that TP that happened top lane. That TP that they had a TP down bot lane, Wukong was able to smack the turret, get a few plates, and then from then, like, it was still Volibear favored, but Intensify roaming had a lot of impact there. Caused that to just be a really good transition to first tower, and then Volibear is now no longer really winning his matchup anymore. Once Wukong gets that Divine Sunder, it's kind of over, like I was saying.
Oh, he is opting for that, so not the Gorginger this game. I believe top tower is going to fall for both teams, though. There it is. But meanwhile, looks like TI is kind of getting full, or trying to get full vision pry over here, although Go-Go Fate's saying otherwise. And I believe we're going to see a fight here. There is TP advantage for Third Impact. Well, yeah, on the top side of the map at least. But he is sitting on
try to use it.
So probably gonna back and then TP in. Oh, he's gonna just TP right now. Doesn't even need to back. Although he's gonna I think Wukong's gonna stop it. Wukong did stop it. It's gonna be a 4v4. And
Yeah, that's
meanwhile,
what
the
you
bot
want.
lane turret falls off too. And Mo is actually CC'd into oblivion, gets taken down, and TI might get their first dragon here.
Yeah, they were able to punish the flash that Skarner used earlier around that blue buff. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen somehow by a Kog'Maw ultimate. This is nice and secured.
Sugar Daddy's or Celebrate Squirrel still going in onto Sugar Daddy's, and there goes
wow.
the dive. And oh wait, maybe no.
Oh wow!
And meanwhile, Gogo Fate is getting CC'd up, but nothing comes of it. But wow, okay. Celebrate Squirrel, I'm surprised he's still trying to fight him though, because he's down pretty significantly. I believe it's 2 levels now.
Yeah, down level and just there's no anti-heal on either parties, right?
Yeah, just it's tank meta for you right there. But
These are more bruisers, but yeah, I
yeah, true.
what you're saying still holds true.
And
Flash art did not go off.
Intensify getting taken extremely low, so is Kitaro. The Herald is dropped. I don't know if Mo meant to do that, but it is dropped. I believe it's gonna get tower here. It does get the tower. But meanwhile, Linny is on the bot side, probably gonna trade a tower. There it is, and
yeah, the gold is now back to being at an equilibrium, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
look at Linny.
You're
Wait, what?
Okay. Almost caught between a rock and a hard place, but just Arcane shifts away, and there's a team to defend or to back her up.
Yeah, that rock happened to be a stone cold statue.
Fortunately for her, yes. Wow, but yeah, like gold is about 500 now for INT, excuse me. Nothing's gonna be on the map for, well, actually, I lied. Baron's on the map now, but
yeah,
I don't think we're gonna see a Baron play anytime soon unless a full like ace comes through.
Yeah, this Kog'Maw though can shred Barons.
Yes,
I doubt they could do it, but you know, one tank and one Kog'Maw sitting at that Baron pit for a good 30 seconds, you know, in the stealth of shadows, they could definitely do it, but I doubt they'd go for a play like that.
Definitely more of a solo queue type thing right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll they might just do it. They might just pull out the Baron play. But yeah, pretty actually the gold's now increased to about just under 1k, but that's just coming from farming diff. And speaking of farming, it's pretty even in all regards except for top lane.
Yeah.
A little bit in the jungle, just a few camps ahead. But farming has been keeping up pretty good for both sides.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty 100% sure that the gold diff right now is literally just the towers, right? 3-2 standing. As
yeah. That's certainly a good point to make, yeah.
Kind of questionable.
Anyway,
it's like face checking.
Yeah, bad idea. Especially into a cog. And Notorious Mid's probably gonna fall here as well. Does not have the flash. Yeah, just gonna be dead.
Yeah, we were talking about the Baron being up, and here we go.
That's a curse, man. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. They're going for it right now.
Volibear doesn't have the TP, so unless they really think that these two members can do something about it, this should just be a Baron going over to the side. Unless we get a good steal by listening to the beat, but there's the charm.
And taken down 2 HP, 1.7 HP, 1.6, and I believe, yep, it's gonna be secured because she's already dead. I didn't even realize that. So INT gets the Baron. Will the TI even get a tower here? I don't think so. Volibear just does not do enough damage to towers.
Yeah, unless he wanted to commit the ultimate, there's no way he's getting that tower. Oh, actually, very interesting. That's a Black Cleaver on the Volibear side. Still no anti-heal on him, though. As Wukong did pick up the Bramble Vest.
Yeah, we're seeing items come through, seeing components come through. Both teams do have anti-heal. Not that much, though. But it's enough. It's enough, I suppose. But at this point, like, how does the TI play the game? Because like, obviously you're trying to kill the squishies, but they just have way too much peel and protection from Skarner, from Seraphine's entire kit, from Galio. Like, even if a stun does land onto Kog'Maw or Seraphine, there can't be any follow because the range difference, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very, very hard for them to play. They just have to wait for the scaling and try to play through the Volibear, because Volibear is very, very large right now. And the second Cloud Drake, excuse me, is coming up right now as well. So definitely looking for a full 5v5 here, and this is gonna, okay, I gotta get prepared for this one. This is gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
definitely get your vocals ready as...
Dragon is started up here. No, it's gonna go ahead and reset. Poke damage coming through for both teams, which is something I wanted to point on in draft, but I forgot to. The poke is good for both teams. I think it favors INT just a little bit, just with the range difference. But it is there. And Seraphine's actually on the map. Wait, this is a 45 right now because Seraphine's not there. Celebrate Squirrel taking down Ghost Lane. The first kill was over, and everyone's getting pretty low on TI's side. Ultimate comes through, Notorious mid, and Kitara running for their lives right now. I believe they're going to get caught here. And despite how... okay, first off, Notorious falls. Celebrate Squirrel, despite doing so bad in lane, like, he's come back quite a bit. Like, he's 4-4 now. He has a bounty, and that engage was pretty huge. I think he got 3 kills there. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Important thing to notice is Veigar died with the ultimate up, and both ultimates, the Volibear and the Sejuani ultimate, did find the key target, which was the Kog'Maw, right?
Yeah.
But they weren't able to do it because their damage dealers were getting zoned and ulted and CC'd out of the fight. That was a great engage. I did want to point out that everybody's TPs were up. So the entire time when they were just sitting around the dragon, sitting around the Dragon River, just stalling, waiting for someone to make a move, right? I would have liked for maybe beforehand, you know, to get some lanes pushed in or apply pressure and then use those TPs, but still, regardless, what an insane engage by Go-Go Fate and Celebrate Squirrel. And then Mo is a tool, of course.
Yeah. The change CCU was just incredible there. They're not letting anyone touch Balos there. And even if they do, like, no one's going to be able to follow up because of, like I was saying, just the amount of peel that INT has. But they do end up securing their third Drake, and Celebrate Squirrel... Oh!
Huh?
What? Okay. Interesting. Misses the ultimate onto Ezreal. Ezreal does get it back here. I think Sejuani is going to get CC'd. Never mind. Just barely escapes a taunt.
Yeah, that was really close.
Yeah, very, very close. That definitely would have turned into a kill because Kog'Maw was right there. 3-item Kog'Maw was right there, waiting to strike.
Yeah, the Wits End Kog'Maw.
The conversation in all chat for the past like week has been over Wits End Kog'Maw. I think I haven't even read it all because frankly I don't care about ADCs.
Same.
But, like yeah, I was just like I've skimmed in like, okay, Wits End Kog'Maw. Like the only Kog'Maw build I like is Tank Cog. To be honest, it's way too strong. Yeah, it's way. I mean, I've never played Cog. I just like watching it because it's so dumb.
So my favorite Kog'Maw build is actually double burn items, like Leandri's Demonic Embrace, and then collector third item. It's so much fun.
What?
To see people burn to death and then just pop.
Okay, that actually would be pretty fun. Okay, I gotta try that. AP Kog'Maw mid maybe. Double burn mid.
Yeah.
And Mo is looking for an engage here. Does get stunned up actually. CC does land on the Sugar Teddies, but nothing comes of it. Mo is getting very low. Actually gets taken down like Kitaro. Interesting choice of engage there. I get why he did it because the squishies were right there, but like it's Karma and Ezreal. Like they can just skirt away.
Yeah, that's the problem that we were talking about earlier, but the gold lead is definitely still in the favor, right? Sometimes you're allowed to just have a few hints like that.
Yeah, so. For sure. Especially on a member that doesn't have a lot of your gold. Like if it's just a CC jungler whose only job it is to secure the dragons and to drag people into the team, then yeah, you could do that. But like you don't want to do that as like Kog'Maw giving over that 700 gold bounty over to summon a board. So yeah, but no harm, no foul, I guess. It was just a little gold going over to Kitaro. The support, by the way. So
yeah, check out this vision on the map. As the entire bot side jungle for Third Impact is controlled by I'm not trying, but the entire top side is controlled by Third Impact themselves. But it looks like as Baron's spawning, teams are going to be looking to fight over this. Still, all TPs are up. I would like them to be using those.
Yeah, Wave on the top side is favoring TI, but on the bot side is favoring INT. So they have to watch both of those.
Yeah, put that Volibear or Veigar in that side laner to catch that wave. And
they're pinging it out right now. But I don't know if they're gonna do anything for it though, because it's really risky. Because I think they're not starting up the Baron yet, but they're definitely looking to make a play. I think they're gonna trade the dragon for it. Actually, never mind. Dragon's up in 50 seconds. They're gonna go for it, and they're gonna go for both. And Baron's getting taken low, about half HP. Not really low, but you know, I just say that. 4K HP right now, 3K, 2K, 1K, and looks like they're gonna finish it. But Gogo Fate on the other side is getting CC'd. There's a kill going over to Biostar already. 1 for none. Biostar going legendary now. There's a Veigar Cage in action. And looks like they're gonna get Soul here as well. The main carry for TI is down right now. It does have TP, but I don't think there's any point in TPing to it.
What they needed to do there was just stay in their top side and contest, you know, vision, fight for just, you know, presence near that Baron. But they sent the Ezreal to the bot lane, right? Not anybody with TP, but the Ezreal. And at that point, they just said, oh, look, free Baron and free Soul.
Yeah, so almost 30-minute Soul for INT. We gave up one dragon, but you know, it's just a cloud. Who cares? The outer dragon is going to be the next dragon objective, rather, which is a very, very scary thing, especially for TI because Baron or dragon is outer dragon rather is definitely like a game-winning buff. And honestly, if I were INT, I would just try to end right here. I don't even want to coin flip that, especially after jungle changes. I wouldn't even want to coin flip. I would want to try to end within the 5 minutes or the 6 minutes. Before
they have the support Gogo Fate pushing in the mid lane, having the Galio ultimate, which is pretty important.
And double charm, intensify. Wow, what a charm there. 2 kills already over to INT. 3 kills, 1 kill is traded back. 4 kills, 4 for 1, and I think it's gonna be a 5 for 1 here. Imperious mid getting taken extremely low.
The Shurelius.
Yeah. Oh.
Bio.
And just like that, the game is over.
Bio div, man. What a game.
13-0-8 on Biostar. That's thank you, Riot Client. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of felt like INT was in control for like most of that game, aside from the first kill that that Veigar got. But yeah, it seemed like a pretty like I don't want to say like a stomp because it wasn't really a stomp until like it was. But it was even up until like 20 minutes, and then it kind of just fell apart from there for TI. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the game?
So I really liked how TI their lanes were showing a lot of prowess, especially after they were able to get that kill bot lane and then the multiple solo kills top lane. And Veigar already just getting that initial kill first blood, it looks like they were going to have a lot of resources to do whatever they wanted, right? Lenny misstepped, got Kog'Maw kill, and then just a few more mistakes happened along the way that led to I'm not trying getting back into the game. And then it just got down to these skirmishes that were happening and just bad fights that were happening all over the place that initially led to that the dragon stacking to start for I'm not trying, that just continued to the dominance in these team fights, and that's just not what you want, especially when they like you said, they have the early game, they have the tools, especially like when the enemy team does scale infinitely and have some pretty powerful picks. It really doesn't matter when you've got Biostar, who's 13-0, but obviously.
Well, here we have Mr. Intensify himself, not Intensify. But yeah, give us your thoughts on the game, man. It was very well played. Give us your thoughts.
Thanks. I mean, clean draft, clean game. Honestly, everything we prepped for that exact comp, and we kind of got everything we wanted. Their comp, my opinion, lacked some cohesion, and maybe some things didn't go our way. So like early game, at least top side, but bot was doing well, and we played towards our win con, and things went our way.
Yeah, I was saying in draft after your first 3 picks, I'm like, okay, this is definitely going to be a protect the Kog'Maw comp because you have Skarner and Galio already. Was that kind of your plan going in, just like protect Kog'Maw, let Bio do his thing?
I mean, so the core of our comp was the first 3 picks. Obviously the Galio's a good flex. I could have used it mid. But I'm very, very comfortable on Seraphine picking and choosing my engages, and I kind of wanted top lane to have something that scaled a little bit better and team fight a little bit better than Volibear. So, I mean, yeah, of course, like it's sort of a protect the Cog comp. Like he is the main carry, but I think that looking at the comp as a whole, like everyone plays an important part.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna hand this over to Kip. Do you have any questions?
So, you say that the game was very much going how you guys expected it. Especially the early game was probably the hardest part. It felt like, there were a lot of missteps. But I think the biggest thing that you guys were able to do was punish mistakes. And I gotta give it to you guys for that one. Right? As doomed as top lane was looking, and, Veigar getting that first blood, you're like, oh, this could be a problem. But in the end, you guys were just simply able to effectively punish mistakes and capitalize on those mistakes to get advantages, even though the gold state of the game was very, very close, even after you guys were able to come back. And then a little bit later into the game, but still, I felt like you guys were always in the driver's seat regardless. So I think that you guys being able to capitalize and, just move forward and push on was your guys' biggest achievement and won you guys the game.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, some of that has to do with some of the cohesiveness with our draft versus theirs. So if you look at, they have a poke bot lane, a disengagey like non-committal mid, and then they have a Sejuani Volibear who kind of want to engage. And so like looking at that, they're already like having issues because Volley and Sedge want to engage, whereas Ez and Karma want to poke. So once Volley goes in, we just disengage on them, burst the Volley, and they don't really have anything. So it was. I don't want to be rude, but it was kind of easy to pull off that comp into theirs.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't even thought about your draft that way. I actually said when the draft came around that TI had the advantage, but after hearing that explanation, I kind of disagree with my former self. But anyway, Kip, if you don't have any more questions, I think we're gonna let you go. It was a very good game, very clean, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for casting. Bye.
Well, yeah, lots of confidence coming out from there. I like it. He's got to be feeling good near the end of the season.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think he does point out some flaws and ideas that I didn't really think that much about, but I definitely have to say that the way I'm Not Trying played it, right? It comes down to execution. I think they played it really, really well, regardless of, how the Volibear and the Sejuani play the fights. But still, really, really solid game. And just an insane performance by Bioster on this Kog'Maw, right?
Yeah,
perfect
absolutely.
game.
Absolutely, literally perfect game with the KD. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for us here tonight on AVG. We appreciate you guys all coming out and supporting. Tomorrow we do have a game between Hot Take and INT again. No, never mind. Sorry, excuse me. Lost Spotter versus the Babies. Sorry, wrong. I was looking at the wrong game. That's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So tune in for that one. I believe there might be another game on Sunday, but that's not in the schedule yet. So keep an eye out for that one as well. But Kip, unless you have anything else to say, I think we're gonna call it.
Yeah, thank you guys all for coming out, putting some time to watch this game. It was definitely a good one. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and that's all. Peace out.
Bye bye.